Hey everybody, what's going on? It's Thundershot, and I'm back with another Ask Thundershot video, and this one's gonna suck because I just took a shower, so my hair is all wet, and it's gonna keep falling in front of my face and driving me crazy. But it's been a while since we did an Ask Thunder, and I'll kind of get into it either near the middle or the end. Maybe it's answering a question or something. But I've just been really overbooked with everything I'm doing lately, and it's catching up to me. But that's why there hasn't been an Ask Thunder video in a long time. However, this one's going to be fun, so let's go ahead and get into it. So the first question comes from Ken Wheeler. I'm going to try to keep questions to about one per person, but if there's a good question, I mean, there's a good question, so if it's somebody's second or third try, I'm going to go ahead and answer it. First question comes up. It says, is Chao Garden RIP? And I'm glad this question got asked because for all intents and purposes, yes. To anyone wondering, to anyone who was going to harass me about it, to anyone who was going to ask where Chao Garden was, just assume it's dead. If it comes back, I'll let you know. Don't ask me about it. I'll get back to you if Chao Garden ever comes back. But for now, Chao Garden is dead Reno. You ever gonna do a Draw My Life video? No. I don't want to do a Draw My Life video with stick figures, and I can't draw for shit. Unless somebody was gonna draw the whole thing for me, which I'd seen done. I doubt a Draw My Life video on me will happen. Plus, my life isn't that exciting. I've got a couple of good stories in there, don't get me wrong, but my life overall as a whole isn't that exciting. I didn't really get bullied in high school. I wasn't really picked on. I didn't have anything super devastating. I mean, my parents got a divorce, but whose parents don't get a divorce nowadays? So no, nothing super special to make my life miserable and awful happen to me for me to need to do a Draw My Life video. So to keep going on, how come? All right, this is a good one. Why is it in some games your username's Thundershot69 and it's Thundershot75? So my YouTube channel is Thundershot69. My Twitter is Thundershot75. My PSN is 75. And then everything else is probably 69. And the reason for that is my YouTube channel is 69. I think it was actually originally going to be 75. I had an original Thundershot75 account that I actually started YouTube when Fallout New Vegas came out, but I didn't have anything better than a camcorder to record my TV with, and the quality looked awful. And then because I let the music play in the background, Bethesda started striking my videos, taking my videos down. So once that channel got a couple strikes on it after I was getting like hundreds of views. For a channel that didn't exist before, I was getting like hundreds of views on Fallout New Vegas of my camera pointed at the screen. So I knew I was doing something right in the whole YouTube game, but my videos got taken down, the channel started getting strikes. So I said, you know what, fuck it, I'll come back when I have the proper equipment. And then, I mean, you know, about a year or two later, what year did New Vegas come out? I don't remember. A couple years later, I actually started YouTube on my 6.9 account because I couldn't remember the information in the 7.5 account. Strikes go away after a while, but I couldn't remember the information on my 7.5 account, so I started YouTube on the 6.9 account. I hate that my camera autofocuses, but I didn't turn it off before we started. But no, so 69 is my original. I'm originally Thundershot69 on PSN because that's where I first thought of it at. Thundershot came to me when I was in junior high. Call of Duty 3 came out for the PlayStation 3. I was like when the PlayStation 3 was still a baby. And Thundershot was the coolest name I thought of. The original one was taken, though I've never actually seen it used. Like, I tried to add the guy as a friend, and he never added me. And I don't think the original user of Thundershot ever actually used it. But Thundershot was taken, so I put 6.9 on the end because I was in junior high. And 1 through 68 were taken, obviously. Then I lost that account information for the PSN and had to remake another one. I didn't lose. It was weird. It was a weird hiccup in PSN. But bottom line, Thundershot69, the PSN account was dead. So I picked 75 for no fucking reason. My Twitter is 75 because I thought if I was going to be getting contacted by businesses, if I ever did make it as a YouTuber, that 75 looked a little bit better than 69. But at the end of the day, it really didn't fucking matter. They'll contact you either way. And then now I just use 75 in any scenario where 69 is already taken or if I make a second account or whatever. But that's the history behind those two numbers. Sorry I rambled on that one for fucking ever. Some questions that I feel like are more specific to certain people, I'm just gonna answer with I'm just gonna tweet back at you, by the way, because this is being done on Twitter using the hashtag Thundershot, or Ask Thundershot, I should say, for this thing. So some people I'll answer individually with tweets, and then for these bigger ones, these ones that a lot of people want answered, those are the ones that make it into the video, by the way. Let me see, is there a limit to questions? Yeah. How long have I had Shadow? I want to do a house tour in the near future. I'm going to leave here for a week or two, but when I get back, I want to do a house tour, and I want to kind of explain all my animals. I have 4 animals. I have Sky, my bird. I've had him the longest. I have Shadow, my dog. He's an Akita Husky mix. I have 2 cats, Ash and Ari, and I want to kind of do a backstory on them in the future, but for now, I'm just going to keep going. But I do want to cover the animals at some point in time, because I feel like that's something a lot of people would either want to see and don't get to see, or just, I don't know. It's something I want to do. But I couldn't even tell you how long I've had Shadow at this point. When will you beat Yugi? Yeah. So, yeah, just assume that series is dead also. The Yu-Gi-Oh! Highlights for now. When will you be streaming Glazed again? When I get caught up on YouTube. It shouldn't be too long, probably another couple weeks. I'll be back to streaming Glazed again, but I'm all set for videos for a while still, for a couple more weeks at least, before I need to live stream Glazed to record for the YouTube Let's Play channel. So it'll be a little bit, but it will come back. Do I play any instruments? I used to play trumpet and baritone in high school, but I stopped. Piano is always something I wouldn't mind picking up. How long have you known Nicole? I've known Nicole since high school. I've been wanting to start recording games for YouTube and Twitch. Do I have to get a PS4, 360, Wii, and laptop? I mean, wait, what do I need to get? Oh, what do I need to get? I have a PS4, 360. Okay, so he's got a bunch of game consoles, but he needs to get into recording. You need a capture card. Look up Avermedia. Don't look up Hopog. Look up, I would say Avermedia and Elgato. See what your computer can swing, especially if you have a laptop. Preferably a laptop that can swing it. Some shitter laptops will have trouble recording, but honestly, if you just have a PS4, you have enough to get going. There's a lot of guys who, for the longest time, some of them might even still be doing it. I know DBZ Sim, JRZ, and maybe even Dr. Love, but not anymore. I'm not sure about him. Their channels were thriving and working solely based on the fact that they could record with their PlayStation 4. They would live stream it, and then they would get the live streams to their laptop, and then they would edit that. But yeah, honestly, a PS4, if you're just looking for gameplay, is all you really need, and then you just find a way to put commentary over it with a microphone, and you're good to go. And a lot of laptops with their in-laptop microphones, if it's any kind of newer laptop, those can get you by for a decent amount of time also. If you could do anything besides YouTube or Twitch, what would you do? I have always wanted to be a radio. I've always wanted to be on radio. Radio or actor. Which are kind of both in the, not necessarily the same field, but yeah, radio, actor, or commentary. I could do sports commentary. I would like to do WWE commentary. That's actually like I don't want to call it a bucket list thing, but that's something I really want to do one day. The WWE commentary would be really cool. And then radio or just actor in general. Those are all things that strike me, though. I've never gone to acting school. I did a bit of acting in high school, but they're shitter high school plays, so I mean, they don't really say anything about you. But yeah, those would be on the list. And if, in fact, YouTube and Twitch, I don't want those to be, I mean, I want them to be like forever jobs in a sense, but I don't want it to always be my only source, because right now I have YouTube, I have Twitch, and I have the website, and that's how I make my money. That's where all my income comes from, is YouTube, Twitch, and then the website, the Thundershot69 website. And I don't want to ever have to rely on those, because the internet in that regard is so finicky with everything. Like YouTube Red Scare happened, and that was huge, and Twitch gets bought by Amazon, and that was huge because everyone thought it was going to be Google for a little bit, and all this and that and the other, and your viewership could just be gone like overnight sometimes, depending on how things work. And it's so finicky. So I always want to keep doing YouTube and Twitch, don't get me wrong in that regard, but I really, really, really don't like I'm okay with it now. I'm okay with it for a while, but I really, really don't like the idea of YouTube and Twitch being my only sources of income. So if I get some stable job where I can go commentate or be on a radio show or do something like that once a week for a decent enough paycheck to get me by, and then come back and always have YouTube and Twitch for fun, and then for the little extra moolah on the top, that's kind of an ideal situation for me. Assuming I can't be like a Robert Downey Jr., billions of dollar actor, you know what I mean? But yeah, that's, if besides YouTube and Twitch, that is kind of the plan. What's the angriest you've ever been at a video game? Probably Call of Duty. I mean, not even what you've seen in stream. I used to be a real big rager in Call of Duty. My microphone was never on. I wasn't ever yelling at other people like, "Oh, you fucking suck, teammates, get the fuck out of here." But I was just very upset at deaths that I didn't think I deserved due to, like, they decided to implement lag comp or one-man RB noob tubes or things like that. I used to scream at Call of Duty, but I was younger. I mean, I've gotten pretty mad on stream before at certain games, but I think the worst I do is turn the game off and stop streaming, which is what you should do. You know what I mean? Maybe not, like, stop streaming might be a little far, but like you get mad enough at a game, turn it off. You know, like whether you're playing online or whether you're doing this or that or the other thing. You get angry enough in a game, turn it off. That's all I got. But that's something I've kind of grown up with. But when I was younger, I used to get really mad at Call of Duty. But like I said, I never had my mic in. I never yelled at people. I was always just angry that I died. I was either angry at the game, or sometimes I'd be angry at the person who killed me for being a bitch. For example, if they like to snipe or something like that. Like, I don't know. But that's always as far as I ever took it. What age did I start my wrestling school training stuff? For those guys who don't know, in 2012, late 2012, right before I started my YouTube channel. In fact, my YouTube channel probably happened when it did, because I decided to go to wrestling school. So I graduated high school in 2011. I went to Kansas University for a year in Lawrence, Kansas. And then after that, I decided college was not for me, but I really wanted to be a wrestler. So I moved out to Missouri, where I Went to a wrestling school for a while, about 8 months before the wrestling school moved, but it was late 2012, November 2012. I started going to the wrestling school. I was at the wrestling school for 3 months, or ish. February rolled around. I had all the equipment. I was caught up enough on everything else I needed to do. I had a job, and in my spare time, I started making YouTube videos. So they kind of tied into each other. But it was me getting out on my own, because like in college, I was a dorm. I shared it with Earth to Sailor. I shared a dorm with Earth to Sailor in Lawrence. Obviously before that I was living at home, and the situation was kind of iffy for recording because family's up and the house is tiny for everyone and all that stuff. And then I was finally out on my own in a really, really shitty, awful apartment, and I was able to I just started recording. I said, this is something I've wanted to do it had been 5 or 6 years I'd been wanting to do YouTube. Probably closer to 4 years or so I'd been wanting to do YouTube at that point in time, and I'm like, I'm doing it, and I started it, and it worked. But yeah, and then I did the wrestling school for 8 months after November, and then the school actually moved on me. The school moved away, and I both couldn't afford to follow it, but YouTube was working out anyway, so I was able to keep doing YouTube. Eventually started doing Twitch, was able to quit my job. I didn't really quit. They laid me off because they told me I was seasonal, but then I just never bothered to try to reapply. But they were like, oh yeah, you're seasonal, so just reapply next year, and then you'll get in for sure because we like you and stuff. And I'm just like, nope, YouTube's working out, no thanks. I'll stick away from retail if I can. But yeah, and then still very avid into wrestling. Still wouldn't mind going back to the wrestling someday, but I don't want to go to that school anymore since it moved. And yeah, so I would need, I don't know. It's not over yet probably, but it's weird. It's up in the air right now. What's your game of the year Fallout for? That's not even a question. If you carried out a wrestling career, what would you want your finisher to be? I would make up a move or take a move that is already in existence that I really like, and it would probably be called the Thunder Shot, as weird as that is. But that one comes from Guru. I haven't been reading who's asking these questions, so my apologies. I usually mean to do that, but I know I got a bunch of questions, and I'm trying to get to a lot of them today, since I don't do these very often, but I do plan on doing more in the future. Why does your hair always look so silky and smooth? I don't think it quite looks silky and smooth today because I just got out of the shower, but it's natural. I don't know. I grew it out, and this is what it looks like. If you can combine 2 games into one, what 2 games would it be, and what would you want to call it? I'm going to cheat here, and I'm going to say take a Grand Theft Auto, take an open world Grand Theft Auto, or I guess Grand Theft Auto works the best here, but you know how you can kind of go out and do everything in Grand Theft Auto, but then combine like sports games, I guess. I don't know how I want to put this. I talked about what my favorite game ever would be, and I still might use it as a highlight, but like, I don't know, a couple months ago when I was speedrunning Banjo-Kazooie, I had a stream where I talked about what the greatest game of all time would be. And I think it would be a Grand Theft Auto open world, do whatever you want, but even more in-depth of do whatever you want and include sports games. So like imagine you're playing on like a baseball team and the pitcher strikes you out and you could just run up and beat the shit out of the pitcher with a baseball bat and then go like fuck the manager's wife, fuck the other team's manager's wife while looking at him and just doing whatever the fuck you want, and then you go play football. And I don't know, it's weird. It's weird. I might release the video because it's kind of a gem that I never let out into the main channel, but I would say Grand Theft Auto, the ability to do whatever you want and then combine that with a sports game, which will never happen because the EA runs the sports games and they get released yearly, so they can't make any. EA fucking sucks. That's why that won't ever happen. What games do you want to play for the Let's Play channel in the future besides the solo Let's Play of Dragon Block C? Solo Let's Play of Dragon Block C maybe in the future. I really do want to start Dragon Ball games. Once these 3 games, because right now I have Portal 2 co-op with Afro, I have Prototype, and I have Pokemon Glazed. And once those start to die out, I want to pick up a new game for sure. Whatever just a new game is, hot off the press, that would be cool. Just one of those new that we all get to experience together for the first time on the Let's Play channel. I want to pick up some kind of new game to LP for the channel. Fallout was a little too big for me to commit to that, or it would have been Fallout. But I don't know which single-player games still have yet to come out this year that are going to be that great for PS4, but we'll have to see. But I want to pick up a new game. I want to pick up a Dragon Ball Z game for the Let's Play channel. It could be Raging Blast 1, 2, could do Zenkai. I could start the Legacy of Goku. I mean, I just want to pick up a DBZ game. Budokai Tenkaichi 3, if we can swing it. I just want to pick up a DBZ game and do a DBZ game for the channel. And then the next on my list of old nostalgia games I wanted to get to, Super Mario Sunshine. I want to do a Super Mario Sunshine, like a real. I actually have a really old one of the first playthroughs I ever did before Battle of Z came out. Super Mario Sunshine playthroughs, but the recording quality is awful because I had a horrible time trying to get the Nintendo Wii to record with the thing I wanted it to record to because they weren't compatible. At the bottom line, the playthrough's awful because the quality, the video and sound quality is awful, and editing it was a bitch. But I want to do a Super Mario Sunshine playthrough for the Let's Play channel. Super Mario Sunshine, something Dragon Ball related, and then a new game is the plan. How was your life through high school? I was never like the most popular kid. I swung like junior class vice president, and then I was in Stuco for a couple years. Like, I was in like those positions or whatever. I was never the most popular kid, but I was never like bullied or picked on or hated. I wasn't like my school wasn't big enough. Like, I guess it did. My school kind of had a nerd group, kind of had the pot smoker group, the jocks and stuff like that, but a lot of people mingled together because the school was small enough you couldn't get by on just your tiny group. So I don't know. My high school life was okay. I got to do some really exciting stuff with Stuco and theater. Theater arts class or whatever, because I got to go to New York and see plays, and I got to go to Chicago for Stuco convention, and I got to go to Indianapolis for a Stuco convention. So we went all over the place with that kind of stuff. That stuff was really, really, really fun. High school itself, I had a great time when I was with friends, hanging out with friends, doing that thing. We partied a lot because I was in Kansas, and there's nothing to do in the boring parts of Kansas other than get drunk, so you just did that. And other than that, I really, really hated it. I had an awful time the whole fucking time. Like, anytime I used video games, this is when I was only playing Call of Duty and then, like, some major titles that would come out, like Skyrim. I would lock myself up just every night. I would come home from school. I did sports a lot. I was always in track or cross country. I think 1 year I did basketball and 1 year I did football, but those weren't really my thing. But I was always in track or cross country, which happened at opposite ends of the year. And then in the middle, during that basketball season, I would do theater arts. So I would be in some kind of play of some sort. So I would wake up, and I hated waking up. I'm never good at waking up early. And luckily, with the job I have now, I don't have to wake up early every day because, my God, that's a blessing because I can't do it. So I would wake up. I would be late to class every fucking day because once I was able to drive myself, I would be late to class every fucking day. And then I would hate being at school the whole time. I would do my after school activities, whether it be sports or theater, whatever. I would love that, would get home, and then I would lock myself in my room, both to kind of take myself out of everything. Like, number one, I was running from my homework. That was one of the things I was doing. But then number two, just to take myself out of everything. I don't know. I would lock myself away with Call of Duty or whatever video game I was playing at the time. And I would do that until it was time for bed, and then I would go to bed, wake up, repeat the next day, hate myself the whole fucking time, repeat. Unless I was hanging out with friends or something, high school was not a fun place for me. But you know what? I made it through, and then look at where I'm doing okay now. That's all that matters. Would you consider making a Kick or Skype to talk to your fans more? I have the website, and I haven't been on the website in months, so I know I'm fucking up on that, but we're going to talk about that before it's over. But the website is going to be an excellent place to reach me in the very near future. In fact, probably right now. Thundershot69, the link will be in the description down below. Make sure you sign up for the website. I'm going to talk more about that later, but the website is an ideal place to talk to your fans more. Also, Twitter. I answer Twitter a lot. That's probably why I don't do Ask Thunders as often, because anytime I get asked a question, I usually just answer it on Twitter if it's actually a good question. Do you know the Muffin Man? That's a stupid question, Flurry Pawns. Angry Travis says, you're stuck on a deserted island with Chi-Chi and Pan. Who do you kill and eat first? Chi-Chi, without a doubt. Because the worst thing Pan's going to do, like, she might be mildly annoying, but she'll run off and get herself killed. That's worst case scenario. She runs off and gets herself killed because I don't save her because I'm not fucking Goku. Chi-Chi is just going to be an annoying bitch the whole time because that's all she ever was in Z. Maybe not Dragon Ball, but in Z, that's all Chi-Chi ever was an annoying bitch. There's never a moment when she's not an annoying bitch in Dragon Ball Z. So Chi-Chi can be eaten and killed first easily. Assuming we can do that, Chi-Chi would probably kick our ass. What is your favorite YouTube moment? Yamcha versus Broly. There are better ones out there, but the one that always comes to mind initially is Yamcha versus Broly, which is still taken down, and YouTube still hasn't done anything to put it back up, and I don't know what's going on with that. But Yamcha versus Super Saiyan 3 Broly is the one that comes to mind. And like I said, I know there's better YouTube moments that I've done out there, but that's just the initial. That's the one that clicks. Which do you prefer, left boob or right boob? That's a dumb question, Black Live Score. What games am I looking forward to most in 2016? There's been a lot of stuff announced for PS4 I'm really looking forward to. Horizon comes to mind, and then No Man's Sky is the other one. And I know there's other games that are going to be coming out on PS4 that I'm probably going to enjoy more than those two, but Horizon is really clicking with me. If you haven't seen it, just look up Horizon PS4 gameplay trailer. They've done it at E3 and then a couple Sony conferences. It looks really good. And then No Man's Sky has the potential to be one of the most vast games of all time, but we'll see how that works out. Potential never really bodes well. I've never put my faith in potential since, other than games like Fallout, I've never put my faith in potential since Destiny flopped. Destiny didn't flop. Destiny's still a decent game, but everyone was so fucking hyped for Destiny that most people hated it because it wasn't the best game of all time. Destiny was still a really solid game. It wasn't the greatest game of all time, and people hated it for that because they thought it was going to be the best game of all time. How did you get your name? I kind of answered that earlier. What if Yamcha, Tien, and Chaozu didn't die in the Saiyan saga? Then they would still be... I mean, if they didn't die, then that means they would have killed Nappa and Vegeta. And then if Vegeta dies, then they don't live through the Namekian saga. So, that. Would they even need to go to Namek? I don't know. That's too much thinking for me. Ask Quaman. When did you meet Nicole? I answered that one. You ever thought about uploading or streaming Super Meat Boy? Good question. I actually have Super Meat Boy. The other month, it was free to download for PlayStation Plus members. So that was super cool, and I did that. Super Meat Boy is actually a really fun game. But streaming it or recording, I don't know. I don't know about that. I feel like a Super Meat Boy playthrough wouldn't be good. I feel like it could only be streamed. I don't know if I would ever want to stream it. I might make a drinking game out of it one night. Just every time Thunder dies, we take a drink. Whoever's drinking with me, or maybe I'm just drinking. Every time Thunder dies, take a drink. I might do that, but I don't know. Super Meat Boy is a good game. I don't know if I'm going to stream it or not. How was your life throughout high school? I got that one already. What editing software do you use? I use Sony Vegas. I hear Adobe's better, but I don't feel like making the switch. Adobe's like full-on try-hard mode. I just kind of Sony Vegas it for now. I don't know. How dank are you? Stupid question, chubby shooter. Which one of the DBZ tubers would you bring with you to survive the zombie apocalypse? Rank them from most useful to least useful. Ah, shit. Good question coming out of the Negro Santa. Oh my god, I gotta think on this one. To survive a zombie apocalypse. Least, alright, most useful. Ah, fuck. Okay, so I feel like I don't have like a chart or anything, so I'm gonna get mixed up here. I feel like Rhyme would get distracted too easily to make it in the zombie apocalypse. He would see like a dog somewhere and go to pet it, and then the zombie would be a zombie dog and like fucking eat him or something. I feel like Kagi is like the solid C of the group, and I mean C like I just mean like he's maybe like a good 2.5 out of 5, I guess. Kagi's just like there. He's just like he's not gonna fuck up anything super major, but he's not gonna be like a mega hero. You know what I mean? Toasty would be good fodder, and what I mean by that is, if we can't outrun the zombies, I'm willing to bet I could outrun Toasty. So there we go. I would say Afro and Omega would probably be my top 2. They're gonna fuck either. Nobody's gonna watch this. It's not a big deal. But Afro and Omega would probably be my top 2. Omega could go full Bankai, yelling shit at him and go crazy. And I just feel like Afro would be the boy. You know what I mean? I feel like Afro wouldn't be the guy to be like if I trip and I'm like, Afro, help me. I feel like Afro wouldn't be the guy to be like, nope, bye. But who knows? It's hard to say because he leaves us a lot in COD Black Ops Zombies, so it's hard. But in the real life, I feel like Afro would be like, nope, coming back from a boy and pull me out. I think Afro and Omega would be top 2. Kagi and Toasty kind of fall out after that. I think that's I mean, obviously there's more DBZ tubers I could add to that, but that's like immediate squad right there that we're going with. And I think that's it. I think it's going to wrap it up for questions. This video is probably way longer than I wanted it to be, but that's going to go ahead and do it for us today. Thank you guys for coming up. I'll try to be more organized with this next time, and also I'm going to take a minute now to explain a couple. It's kind of general questions. And really exciting news. Oh, how did I forget about this? Giveaways and stuff. So, you guys know, I might put a picture up of it. You guys know those really cool Dragon Ball skins for the PS4 that you've been seeing going around on Twitter and stuff like that lately? I found out how to buy them, and I bought 5 of them. And it won't be till December till they get here, because you got to order them out of Jank Hong Kong or whatever. It won't be till like mid-December till they get here. But when they get here, I'm going to be doing giveaways out the ass of those. I'm going to keep one for myself. I'm going to give away 3 on the Thundershot website. Okay? And then I'm going to give away, I don't know, I'm going to save one for a rainy day. We'll say that. I'm going to save one for a rainy day. But yeah, 3 of them being given away on the website, so make sure you're signed up at thundershot69.com. This is also kind of like a mini website revival thing I'm going into. I'm going to start diving back into the website. I'm going to do giveaways through the website. I'm going to try to get it hooked up to where I can give away a few games for you guys, maybe a couple Playbud controller accessories for you guys, but the website's going to kind of become giveaway central for a while. And let me explain to you what it is, because I am getting back into it, because for the longest time, it's for like the last month and a half, 2 months, it's been Sonic Keyblade's website. For those of you guys who don't know, if you guys see Sonic Keyblade on the website, he is my #1 mod. He's pretty much been running it in my absence. So what happened to me is I had the main channel going, and then I started a Let's Play channel, and then I launched a website, and then I started streaming a lot more at the same time. And it was very, very, very overwhelming, to say the least, along with all the real-life shit that I do. And it just became too much, and the website was the first one to get cut out of that. The Let's Play channel has been going amazingly, guys. Most of my videos are between 20 and 30 minutes, and for the most part, people are sticking around for 15 minutes of video, and for a YouTube repetition, that is fucking phenomenal. The views are doing, I mean, completely fine. They're solid. Every time I upload, they're solid, and I love that, because when I upload shit on the main channel, it's like, well, if it's a DBZ video, it might get 5,000 views, or it might get 50,000 views, and if it's not a DBZ video, it might get 10 views, or it might get, I mean, you know, 4,000 views, who's to say? But it's just, the main channel's so fucking up and down. Like, I'm upset with it. I'm done with it. You're gonna see me doing a lot more of what I want and stream highlights on the main channel, though DBZ will always be there and stay there. I'm doing a whole lot more of whatever the fuck I feel like, because I can, on the main channel. And I'm enjoying that so far, and I'm looking forward to doing more of that in the future. But on the Let's Play channel, it's solid, and I fucking love how solid it is on the Let's Play channel. And then Twitch has been doing really well. But I got overwhelmed, and the website got cut out. But I have time now. We're getting back into the website, just so long as traffic on there stays good for what I want the website to be. Because here's the problem with the website layout, and the website layout comes through a company, and I can only tweak and do so much to the website. The rest of it is limited to what the company can do with the website, the company who actually makes the layout for it, right? And right now, with the way it goes, if you upload pictures of stupid memes that you stole off the internet, or if you upload a who would win, this person or Light from Death Note, and people like and comment on those, those are the ones getting to the top. But I want actual discussions, not just a who would win, but I want actual discussions to be the main focus of the website. I want the what's your favorite games and why, what was the best N64 title. I really like this YouTuber because I really like Afrocentric because he goes above and beyond with his editing. Is there any reason you like the YouTuber you like? Things like that. I want important, like, discussion topics. I want there to be comments on comments. Some people think they've commented once on a post and be like, okay, well, I don't know. They can be comments on comments on comments on a single post. Think of it as like its own subreddit in a way. But I want the website to be a full-on discussion. This is where you come to talk about stuff like that, not just an anime meme who would win site. You know what I mean? Because that's the problem with the website layout that I'm trying to get away from. But I need help from the community. I can't do it. I can't get it away from that on my own. I need help from the community, because it's just a small problem with the way the website's laid out, and something that would help me a lot in the future if it were changed. But I mean, I can work on that, but I can't make any promises. But that's what I want the website to be. That Dragon Ball PS4 skin could be coming out as a giveaway in the future. Like I said, I'm also trying to get my hands on games to give away. I might start doing Amazon gift cards, pair of Playbuds, controller accessories, things like that. That website's going to become giveaway central, so make sure you're signed up. Feel free to leave posts on there if you want to. I'm going to start keeping an eye on that, and I'm going to start an Ask Thunder tab on the website where I might not get every single question from there, but I'm going to start taking questions from the Ask Thunder tab on the website, so you can ask me questions there, and it's also likely I'll see it along with probably Twitter results in the future. But that's going to wrap it up. I've talked way too long. Thank you guys for coming out. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'm Thundershot. I'm out. Peace late. See ya. Bye.